How worried does that make you? How significant is that?
Well, the interesting thing, Martin, is that when we talk about companies being ready for the GDPR, we're oftentimes focused on their ability to process their day-to-day transactional data. The bigger issue is actually the analytics and AI data they need to distinguish themselves from their competitors. And with that, very few companies are prepared.
Hey, Gary, Frank here. Do you think that some of these global giants, the Googles, the Facebooks, so forth, are going to be tripped up on this? Or do you think it's more likely a second-tier U.S. firm that maybe only has incidentally EU business, isn't fully aware? Where is the bad news likely to come when this regulation goes into effect?
What we call the observational companies, the Googles and the Facebooks of the world, are probably going to fight this for years in the courts. We think the biggest risk is actually with operational companies, companies who have operations that they're looking to improve with analytics and AI. They're the ones that are not prepared because those data elements have to be processed entirely differently. So this is your standard companies that actually have the risk in front of them, even more so than the operational.
So let me ask you a blunt question. Why are these companies, the companies that are not prepared, why are they not prepared, or are they just dragging their feet? I mean, how much of this is intentional, do you think?
I don't think it's intentional. Again, I'm going to put the observational companies, the Facebooks and the Google, in a very different category. But the 98% or more of regular companies, the reason they're not prepared for the analytics and AI requirements that are new under the GDPR is because, for the most part, when we meet with companies, their compliance team has not yet met with their data user team, whether that's the chief information officer or the chief data officer. And they don't realize that new protective measures are required under the GDPR, or analytics and AI become illegal the way they've been processed through midnight, May 24th. They simply are not aware yet.
All right, Gary, bear with me here as I try not to trip over my tongue. Pseudonymization. Explain that. What is that? I mean, what does it mean?
So that is a term that was never been defined the way it has been in the GDPR. And it requires that you make a distinction between the information value of data on the one side and the means of re-identifying a person on the other. This is what was wrong with the Cambridge Analytica Facebook example. They gave them identifying data when they didn't have to. Pseudonymization, we predict, will be as popular within 12 months as blockchain is today.
Still watching? Perfect. Click here to watch another great video from CNBC International. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.